SpaceX has a lot of enemies, and as the company gets closer to launching the largest rocket ever made by man, its biggest competitors, Jeff Bezos and Boeing, are doing everything within their power to ensure this never becomes a reality. While we are aware that both parties have repeatedly taken steps to oppose SpaceX due to its rapid rise in the aerospace industry, recently, their attack on Starship launches have intensified. How will the intense battle between SpaceX, Jeff Bezos, and Boeing unfold? And how far will they go? Stay with us as we delve into these questions. It is well known that SpaceX needs an FAA license to carry out one of its biggest rocket launches of the year. However, before the FAA grants this license, it must receive an environmental report on how this launch will impact the environment. In light of this, companies like Blue Origin and Boeing have decided to take advantage of this situation. So, how did they do this? Well, let's begin with Blue Origin. With the progress of Starship-Super Heavy, Jeff Bezos once again renewed his push to limit SpaceX's Starship launches at Cape Canaveral, Florida. In an unsurprising move, Blue Origin requested that the federal government reduce the number of SpaceX launches while citing environmental concerns. However, it didn't end there. Blue Origin took things a step further by filing a public comment with the FAA, requesting a reduction in the number of SpaceX Starship launches from the planned 44 to an unspecified number. In addition to that, Blue Origin argued that the Starship-Super Heavy, with its massive 5,200 metric tons of methane fuel, is highly flammable and could lead to a devastating explosion. Just like Blue Origin, they claimed that reducing the number of flights would mitigate this risk. In response to these allegations, Elon Musk hit back and criticized Blue Origin's move as a legal maneuver intended to impede SpaceX's progress through litigation. He also mocked Blue Origin's past lawsuits against SpaceX, such as the one over the NASA lunar lander contract that occurred back in 2022. While Blue Origin has been actively trying to stop Starlink's launch, ULA, another major contender in the aerospace industry, has not remained silent either. In a bold move, ULA accused SpaceX of inaccuracies in the environmental impact statement for its starbase at Boca Chica, Texas. They pointed out that the debris from the launch mishap, which was initially estimated to cover only 2.5 square kilometers, actually spread over a 9.6-kilometer radius and could endanger the surrounding environment and local communities. But ULA didn't stop there. Furthermore, ULA also criticized SpaceX's water deluge system, which sprays millions of gallons of water on the launch pad to protect it from damage by absorbing heat. ULA expressed concern that some of this water, which does not evaporate, could eventually enter surrounding ponds and leak into the water supply. They questioned how SpaceX would address these toxic and harmful substances. However, they did not stop there. Additionally, ULA questioned SpaceX's decision to land its Super Heavy booster at KSC rather than on an offshore drone ship, highlighting the increased risk of environmental damage and harm to local communities in the event of a malfunction. Finally, they urged the FAA to take action. Now, while both Blue Origin's and ULA's intentions may seem legitimate, their history of conflicts with SpaceX suggests that the aim of this move is to slow down SpaceX's progress. As Elon Musk highlighted, this isn't the first time Blue Origin has tried to impede SpaceX by filing multiple lawsuits. For instance, after SpaceX was awarded a NASA contract for a lunar lander in 2021, Blue Origin filed a protest to the Government Accountability Office, GAO, arguing that Musk's company received preferential treatment during the human landing system selection process and citing safety issues. However, the GOA immediately dismissed the petition. When this didn't work out as planned, Blue Origin sued NASA over the issue, and once again, the lawsuit was dismissed. But while you may think this was the first time Jeff Bezos got mad over NASA's decision to award SpaceX a contract over his company, Blue Origin, it wasn't. In 2014, when NASA decided to award contracts to companies that would help transport astronauts to and from the International Space Station, only two companies were chosen: Boeing and SpaceX. It is important to note that this selection was made after 4 aerospace companies were considered, including Jeff Bezos's Blue Origin. When the initial $2.6 billion contract was awarded to SpaceX, Blue Origin protested seriously, claiming that SpaceX's proposal underplayed technical challenges while neglecting Blue Origin's capabilities. However, in the case of Boeing, the issue with the contract has been their major delay on their Starliner launches due to many problems encountered in carrying out their operations. While SpaceX has been making rapid strides in their space missions, Boeing's progress has been significantly slower and more troubled. Sadly, Boeing has only been able to make one crewed flight mission to the ISS, which ended up with huge complications, unlike SpaceX, which has carried out 11 crewed operations to the ISS. But here's the kicker. This stark disparity in both companies' mission success rates isn't just a matter of statistics. It's a threat to Boeing's future in the aerospace sector, as it exposes their inability to keep up with SpaceX. As a result, these two companies intend to limit any further SpaceX advancement. Despite these challenges, SpaceX continues to thrive, with each flight test improving. The recent IFT-4 test, which saw the return of both the Super Heavy and Starship, shows progress. Additionally, the upcoming IFT-5 is showing favorable results and stirring high expectations. Furthermore, SpaceX ignited the engines on its Super Heavy booster on July 15th, and due to its good performance, NASA selected the spacecraft as the official lunar lander for the Artemis 3 operation, with future plans to fly people to Mars. In light of this, it's clear that SpaceX rivals Blue Origin and Boeing are scared of the possibility of being relegated in the aerospace sector by NASA. As each company seeks to position itself better in the aerospace sector, the Starship stands as a clear sign of SpaceX's continuous dominance over other space companies, especially if SpaceX accomplishes the NASA Artemis project by making their first crewed mission to Mars. With this in mind, let's take a look at the specifics of Starship. Starship is a 2-stage, fully reusable Super Heavy lift-launch vehicle under development by SpaceX. One of its most impressive features is its full reusability, whose sole aim is to reduce flight cost and increase flight frequency. Following the integrated flight tests that Starship has undergone, it has been proven that SpaceX's ambition to ferry astronauts from Earth to the Moon and even to Mars is looking more and more a reality as time goes by. In light of all this, one thing is clear. These allegations are designed to prevent or delay the launch of Starship, which could have a major impact on NASA's Artemis project in the near term and shape the future of space exploration. While environmental concerns and safety regulations are crucial, the intensity of these challenges raises questions about the true motives of Jeff Bezos's Blue Origin and ULA. It's clear that these allegations against SpaceX are intended to prevent or delay the launch of Starship, which would lead to the achievement of NASA's Artemis project within a short time. What do you think about these recent developments? Please make sure to leave a comment down below. See you in the next one.